Now here's a look at exactly what happened at 1:52 a.m. on Saturday morning. What exactly went wrong and how ISRO lost contact with lander Vikram.
The Chandrayan 2 spacecraft was eventually captured.
It was no ordinary feat. Indian scientists pulled off a near-perfect moon landing, save for some last-minute snags. It all began as planned, with attendance from Prime Minister Modi and selected children from across the country. The lander Vikram, which was orbiting the moon in a very close orbit, began its descent onto the lunar surface. The much-anticipated descent began at 1:37 a.m. The onboard thrusters of Vikram fired up to bring its speed from a mind-boggling 21,000 kilometers per hour to a breezy under 20 kilometers per hour. As ISRO scientists continued to monitor the downward journey, the lander cruised through the rare and gaseous lunar atmosphere, hurtling towards the moon. There were tense moments, followed by applause by the scientists as the lander passed the rough descent phase. Advancing smoothly into the final descent phase, where the lander fine-tunes its journey and scouts for the landing spot. All was well till the lander descended to an altitude of 2.1 kilometers above lunar surface. There was a hint that all is not well, with lander Vikram deviating slightly from its planned trajectory. The ISRO command center then suddenly lost contact with the lander at 1:52 a.m.
थोड़े से क्षण जहां पे हमें आंकड़ों की प्राप्ति के लिए इंतजार करना पड़ रहा है.
Scientists waited for several tense minutes to re-establish contact. As minutes passed by amid the anticipation, ISRO chief went to brief the Prime Minister on the latest situation. Moments later, ISRO chief made an announcement confirming the snag.
Vikram lander descent was as planned and normal performance was observed up to an altitude of 2.1 kilometer. Subsequently, the communications from the lander to ground station was lost.
The Chandrayan spacecraft traveled 3.8 lakh kilometers from start till the point that it was hovering 2.1 kilometers above the lunar surface when the blackout actually took place and communications disappeared. Which means from start to that point, 2.1 kilometers above the surface of the moon, it was a picture-perfect mission. And after that, nobody knows.
ISRO later said that it is still analyzing data from lander.
Communication from the lander to the ground stations were lost. Data is being analyzed.
As efforts are on to hear back from the lander, a billion prayers are echoing for ISRO. The nation stands firmly, with the space agency proud of its achievement. Bureau Report, India Today.
Be courageous. Shiv Arur continues to be with us. Shiv, okay, we've lost that line with Shiv. We'll try and reconnect with him.
Right. So my colleague Ankit will now explain the trajectory of Chandrayan 2, the mission from Earth to Moon, and what exactly happened.
So it was all that boiled down to the last 15 minutes, and even in those 15 minutes, the last 2 minutes is where things possibly went wrong. So the entire journey from Earth to the moon, to its orbit, and then even the descent for the first 13 minutes was picture perfected. What happened in the last 2 minutes? We'll just try and tell you that this red line that you see is the planned orbit, is the planned trajectory that the Vikram lander was supposed to take to land, make soft landing on the surface of the moon. And it was at 2.1 kilometer just above the moon surface. So this is how it is, coming down, descending down towards the moon surface at 2.1 kilometers just above the moon surface. The lander Vikram suddenly deviates from its trajectory. It goes off, tries to come back again. So this green is the swerve that it has taken, the red it was supposed to follow, and then it just keeps going on. Somewhere it just controls that swerve here, but once again, just 0.3 kilometers, 300 meters above the moon surface, the contact was lost from the lander Vikram. This is exactly where the point the Earth Mission Control lost the contact, and now the data is being analyzed from here till here before it just went off, so that the scientists can understand what went wrong.